everybody, and welcome back up to the commentary box. Not the right camera we're supposed to be on, but there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we have witnessed something very, very interesting. We've witnessed the shortest ever Formula 1 race in history at just 2 official completed laps. We've witnessed the slowest F1 race in history, an average speed of, are you ready for it, 80 miles an hour. We've also witnessed the first ever Formula 1 race that has gone 100% of its distance behind the safety car as well. And also the wettest ever Formula 1 race in history. It must be, because we could not complete the distance. We couldn't even start the race, Megan. What an absolute farce today has been.
It really has been quite interesting.
Is that the word, the very polite YouTube word we can say?
Yes.
Because I think we all know something beginning with an F and then stupid after it as well. It was a horrific race today as well. 4 hours and 32 minutes we stood in here in the commentary box. 4 hours of which it was just me, you, Ed and Dad talking about the race. And nothing even happened. How tired are you about this race? And
Very.
Do you think they should have called the race earlier and just said that's it?
Definitely. I don't think they should have even started it.
No, I don't think they should have. Chance of holding on Monday looked slim, but are you in favour going forward of having a thing in the works that could actually mean that we could run a race on Monday if needs be?
I really don't want them to decide that.
Just if we can't have the race, we can't have the race.
If they were only planning to do 2 laps, then they shouldn't have made us wait hours.
Yeah, I know. That's what's really annoying me as well, actually. If they were only going to do 2 laps, we waited around for 4 hours, literally doing nothing. It was a bit of a wasted day today as well with those 4 hours, but it has given us something interesting as well. So we're not going to hold you for that long because there's literally nothing to talk about. Let's talk about what happened in the race and start off with Sergio Perez on the way to the grid before the initial delays. He went off at the comms, broke off the front right suspension as well, and he looked to be out of the race. He got back to the pit lane as well. The mechanics started work on the car because the race hadn't officially started, even though we had kept having delays in the formation laps. He was able to start at the back of the grid. He's finished 20th overall. Yes, it wasn't a really good no points to the board.
At least he started.
At least he started, and a great job from Red Bull there. They did 3 hours work in an hour.
Yeah, though, to be honest, even if they hadn't have got it done in an hour, he still would have been able to race.
Yeah, he still would have been able to race. Does that set a dangerous precedent that if you crash on the formation lap, or on the way to the grid, you can have your car fully repaired and get going if there's time?
Yes.
Because it's happened with Verstappen in Hungary, and that's happened here with Perez. Both Red Bulls.
I think it is starting to... And it's a good precedent.
It is a good precedent, yeah.
So, hopefully...
Going into this one, then let's talk about the race. We started and we originally thought, okay, we could have like the formation up start behind the safety car, but we thought, okay, we're going to get going.
Yeah,
we're going to have some form of race today, and then the delays came in. 4 delays, 25 minutes we spent waiting.
They delayed.
Yeah, 4 delays as well to start this one. It was not a great race at all for delays. Then originally they got going. They actually started at 25 minutes past the hour. They went round, but we all agreed the amount of spray, even coming off from the safety car, it just blinds everybody.
One of them called it undrivable.
Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Lando Norris, all calling it undrivable. The only driver who didn't call it undrivable, Max Verstappen, who said it really wasn't that bad. I think I can get going. Max has actually changed his mind since then, I must add.
Yeah.
When he went out the second time, he said it's undrivable.
Yeah, because first time, obviously, it was lighter and he didn't have anyone else in front of him apart from the safety car.
How much is there to talk about? Nothing. No, absolutely. We're literally just skimming over.
Non-existent.
We're skimming over. We're giving you the results. We're giving you the drivers' standings and everything, and then we're going because we're not going to be here for long at all.
But if you want something interesting, the banter between Aston Martin and Haas.
That was fantastic as well during the red flag periods as well.
Yeah.
And Mick and Sebastian playing football.
Well, it's not unusual for them. I mean, he probably did it when he was a child. He's probably just like let's just do what we did when it was like my 10th birthday or something. Let's go play football.
And of course, that was only 10 years ago. And then, of course, as I think about it, we had Ferrari playing chess. We had Alpine singing songs as well in the garages as well, with all their Rain albums going on. Why Does It Always Rain on Me was top of the list.
Oh, yeah.
Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc fell asleep. They did, yeah. Carlos Sainz and Ferrari, they all fell asleep as well after playing chess as well. As one does. And the commentators, I think, as well. Sky did a great job, BBC, Channel 4 as well. And the chat here was alive as well. It was great to see. And also, I think our commentary team, my thanks to Edward Hunter, who was not supposed to be in the box. I literally texted him saying, do you want to come on here and talk for a bit? He stayed on for an hour and 20 minutes. So top marks there, Ed. Thank you very much for joining. Bert Driver of the Day. Bert Mylander, yeah, the safety car driver. Definitely driver of the day. Throwing Alan van der Merwe there as well.
They did the most driving.
Yeah, they did more laps. I think, actually, the safety car did the same amount of laps as the F1 car. So it's actually Alan van der Merwe has done more laps out there today on the track. Although, actually, no, because the Formula 3 race started behind the safety car and so did the Porsches. So, Bert Mylander has done more laps out there today.
He's just like,
Alan.
Oh, you think it's bad doing 2 laps? Yeah, I've done the most today.
Alan says, Josh says Alan did more laps. I'm actually going to get back to you on that one next week, and I'll have it in practice 1 at Zandvoort.
We'll see.
So let's go through then the results. Everything stayed the same, bar the fact that Sergio Perez dropped down a position. He went down to 20th place as well. And Lance Stroll had a 10-second penalty added to him in the race because he changed his rear wing for a higher downforce. So he had a 10-second penalty added to him post-race. So that's changed the... that promoted...
Who had it?
Stroll. So he promoted Raikkonen up a place.
That's why. I was looking at my Instagram and I was... looking, I thought, Lance Stroll's doing an Instagram thing. I was just like,
10-second penalty with the rear wing.
Be why.
Yeah, and Josh Play says he nearly lost it so many times. He did. Alan was pushing that safety car. So let's go through the results then. Max Verstappen, literally, it's a short 3 minute and 27 seconds. That's it. That's how long the race lasted. 3 minutes and 27 seconds.
So that's a Mazepin.
I know, it's unbelievable.
He got a 3:18.018.
Yeah, fastest lap of the race as well.
That's from memory.
It was very good, Megan. Well done. So, yeah, let's go through then. It's Max Verstappen. He started on pole position and takes the win of the overall. He gets 12.5 points because only half points were awarded for only the 6th time in F1 history. George Russell, I think, was the good news story out of today. He's got a podium. He's first ever. He gets one back after what was taken from him at Shakir as well, which is great news. And Williams got their first podium since 2012 as well. Sorry, 2017 at Azerbaijan. That gives them 9 points as well. Hamilton has 7.5 points. He finishes 3rd. Ricciardo 4th. He has 6 points. Vettel in 5th has 5. Gasly in 6th has 4 points. Ocon 7th has 3. Leclerc in 8th has 2. Latifi in 9th has 1. So as you said, Megan, 10 points for Williams today. 10 points to Gryffindor. Well done. And Carlos Sainz in 10th has 0.5 of a point. And then it was Alonso, Bottas, Giovinazzi, Norris, Tsunoda, Schumacher, Mazepin, Raikkonen, Perez and Stroll. And also that means that every car finished this race as well here at Spa. That's quite unusual as well.
It is unusual lately, and let's just say, I think if any of the teams were houses in Harry Potter, I think Alpine would be like Hufflepuff because they got everyone.
Alpine did brilliantly, all the media that was just hanging around in the pit lane, trying to get interviews as well. Great job there.
Who would be Slytherin?
I don't know. Ferrari. Think about it. It would be Ferrari.
Playing chess.
In terms of the Drivers' Championship, Lewis Hamilton still leads on 202.5 points. But here's the crucial bit as well. Max Verstappen's on 199.5 points. So they are still level if they match each other. That 0.5 is not going to make a difference. That was the crucial thing we were worried about. If the championship will be decided on half points, it's not going to be.
Luckily, no.
Because they've both got half points. So that pays off. That pays off way better.
Lando, it's going to be a nightmare for people typing in those points. It's like
no points for Lando Norris or Valtteri Bottas or Sergio Perez. Carlos Sainz gets half a point. Leclerc gets another point, so 82. Ricciardo 56. Gasly 54. Ocon 42 as well. Alonso on 38. Vettel 35. Tsunoda 18. Same as Stroll. Russell's now on 13 points. So he moves up to 15th. So he actually only moves a place up from where he was.
Yeah.
It should have been 18 points, but you know it goes. Latifi has 7, Raikkonen 2, Giovinazzi 1, and that's it for half a point in Formula 1 because Carlos Sainz picked up the half point.
Why have they only put Latifi for 7? Did he finish?
Latifi had
Ninth.
Latifi of course had points last time out. He had 6. Latifi had 6 points last time out
Where
in
did
Hungary.
he finish?
Latifi finished 9th, so a point. Yeah.
Oh, that
2 points to 1. Yeah.
I keep thinking that he finished 10th.
Joe says, did you notice Ocon brought his trophy from Hungary to Spa? I did. It was in the back of the garage.
I
yeah.
think he's going to drag that thing around forever.
Oh, wouldn't you?
Just like, what do you want in your safety deposit box? This. It's like, oh, I don't think that's going to fit. Find a way.
Annoyingly, my iPad's... here we go. My iPad died on me to try and get the Constructors' Championship points. Mercedes lead on 310 points, 0.5, to Red Bull Racing on 303.5. McLaren have 169. Ferrari have 165.5. These half points are going to be crucial later on in the season.
Ooh.
Alpine have 80. AlphaTauri 72. Aston Martin 53. Williams on 20. Alfa Romeo 3. And Haas still on 0 points. Annoyingly, if Mazepin was in the top 10, because he had the fastest lap, he would have got a bonus point as well. Well, half a point for the fastest lap.
Yeah, but that's kind of a kick in the teeth, though,
Yeah.
isn't it? Just like, we finally get a point. No, you don't. It's half a point. Just like, serious?
I was Googling something as well during the F1 esport race I've just commentated on. It's red flagged F1 races. And if you listen, last year, so this is 2020, right? We had Italy, Tuscany, and Bahrain all stopped, but Tuscany was stopped twice. That's 4 red flags. Ready for this year? Get your fingers out, Megan, and count. Emilia-Romagna was stopped. Azerbaijan was stopped. Silverstone was stopped. Hungary was stopped. Belgium was stopped twice. We've had 6 red flags this year. That is the most in...
We're not even done.
No, that is the most in any Formula 1 season. 5 races have been stopped. 6 red flags have come out.
Something tells me people are getting red flag happy.
That button has been used in every race in the past 3. We also, by the way, Megan, this weekend, continue the run of red flags every weekend in this commentary since the British Grand Prix. Every weekend for over a month now, every single weekend there's been a red flag we've covered.
It's like, when do you think there's going to be a red flag? Just most people. Oh, I'm sure there won't be. Like, people who enjoy motorsport, just like,
yeah,
that's cute.
Our button, which it signals the red flag, is going into meltdown. So let's literally...
There's going to be a red flag, or at least a yellow.
Okay, you ready? 18th of July, British Grand Prix, red flagged. The 25th of July, Formula E's London race, I think that got red flagged as well. Yes, it did. Going further on, 1st of August. Hang on a minute. Oh, no, hang on a minute.
We skipped a week.
No, Music City Grand Prix. That got red flagged on the 25th.
Yeah.
That got red flagged. So that was for IndyCar. That got red flagged. Hungary and Alton Park, red flag on the 1st of August. 8th of August, Music City Grand Prix and Styrian Grand Prix. Both got red flagged. Austria.
Not just one.
Austria, but not Kiel. They had a red flag. Sorry, Berlin had a red flag 2 weeks ago. Le Mans, no red flag, I suppose. But I don't know about what happened in the IndyCar race.
I mean, you can't really have a red flag at Le Mans. Wait,
Yeah.
though we did have...
We had the safety cars out, yeah.
And we did have it in...
Different times,
yeah,
yeah.
practice.
And we'd have practice, yeah. And Belgian Grand Prix, red flags. It just keeps on the running as well of how many red flags we've had. Anyway, for no reason, we talked for 15 minutes.
I told you it was going to go on longer.
Yeah, well, it always does. So going in then,
He's
where
like,
does...
5 minutes? I was like, yeah.
Well, I thought, there's actually a lot more to talk about. You brought up most of it. Where do we go from here then in terms of it? We've had half points once again for only the 6th time in history. The first time since 2009 in Malaysia.
Praying for a green flag.
Yes. And what happens next time out at the Dutch Grand Prix? We go over now to Zandvoort, the first time since 1985.
Probably a red flag.
Probably a red flag. It's a tight, twisty circuit, single file with a banked corner. Actually, thinking about it, there's probably going to be a red flag at Zandvoort,
Probably
isn't there?
two.
Oh. Lucky for you, it's the only one we're covering next weekend. There's nothing else on. It's just Zandvoort.
Tell you what, Max
and that's
is gonna
live.
like it.
Yeah, we can literally just hang around not doing anything all day. It's a quiet one, even if it is red flagged. Joe is saying in the chat as well, as the safety increases, the drivers become more daring. A communist study shows this trend with drivers' behaviour and safety, absolutely. The drivers have got to sort of respect the limits of the track as well, and we've seen it more.
I've been noticing I've got like a pain here. And you know,
Hips.
yeah, no. Guess what I did when I walked in?
You tripped over the chair.
Yeah, and I bashed into my side. So I now got in pain with this. And when I was walking to the commentary box, I fell on my leg and went like that.
With your ankle.
Yeah.
So you've done your ankle as well. Oh, well, we better go off here before you injure yourself. I completely agree with you, Joe. Safety has got to improve. And I think
I think the safety of me's got to improve as well.
safety has been in the front of everybody's minds. Could you say that today we could have gone racing or never have gone racing today? And it was always going to happen. What do you think?
I wouldn't have gone racing.
No, so we could never have gone racing. I'm in agreement there. We sort of all stuck around waiting for the inevitability, didn't we? So, that's it then from this weekend and the Belgium Grand Prix that never was. We wanted to bring you great action. Unfortunately, we brought you rain delay coverage. My thanks to Ian Burge, to Edward Hunter for stepping in as well, and to Megan, who stuck with me throughout the entire show as well,
Yes,
no
I'm
matter
very
how long
tired.
it was. My thanks to all of you at home as well. A reminder to go to the Grid Network website as well to watch all of the wrap-up shows as well, and as well to the BBB Esports for watching a Belgium Grand Prix that actually was exciting. That happened just a couple of minutes ago. Formula One now will head over to a 3-hour drive as we head over to Zandvoort in the Netherlands as well. Amsterdam, the tulips are out. And Max Verstappen goes there as a race winner. Joe saying, great job all weekend. Thank you very much. Great job from you as well all weekend. And we are now going for a very well-earned rest. My thanks for all of you for joining us, not just throughout the Formula One, but for the MotoGP and the British Touring Cars. We're going for a break. Once again, we're sorry we couldn't bring you a great Formula One race. We'll double up at Zandvoort and hope we have a classic there. The title fight, however, is closing up, and today's race has helped it with some half points. Join us in 7 days' time when Formula One returns for Zandvoort and the Dutch Grand Prix finally. Max Verstappen home fans, it's coming home. We'll see you later. Sorry for today. We apologise. Conditions out of our control. Good night to you all.